Leon Max Lederman is an American experimental physicist who received, along with Martin Lewis Perl, the Wolf Prize in Physics in 1982, for their research on quarks and leptons, and the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1988, along with Melvin, Schwartz and Jack Steinberger, for their research on neutrinos. He is Director Emeritus of Fermi National Accelerator Laboratory in Batavia, Illinois, USA. He founded the Illinois Mathematics and Science Academy, in Aurora, Illinois in 1986, and has served in the capacity of resident scholar since 1998. In 2012, he was awarded the Vannevar Bush Award for his extraordinary contributions to understanding the basic forces and particles of nature. Early life and career: Lederman was born in New York City, New York, the son of Minna and Morris Lederman, a laundryman. Lederman graduated from the James Monroe High School in the South Bronx. He received his bachelor's degree from the City College of New York in 1943, and received a Ph.D. from Columbia University in 1951. He then joined the Columbia faculty and eventually became Eugene Higgins Professor of Physics. In 1960, on leave from Columbia, he spent some time at CERN in Geneva as a Ford Foundation Fellow. He took an extended leave of absence from Columbia in 1979 to become director of Fermilab. Resigning from Columbia in 1989 to teach briefly at the University of Chicago, he then moved to the physics department of the Illinois Institute of Technology, where he currently serves as the Pritzker Professor of Science. In 1991, Lederman became president of the American Association for the Advancement of Science. Lederman is also one of the main proponents of the physics first movement. Also known as right-side-up science, and biology last, this movement seeks to rearrange the current high school science curriculum so that physics precedes chemistry and biology. A former president of the American Physical Society, Lederman also received the National Medal of Science, the Wolf Prize and the Ernest O. Lawrence Medal. Lederman serves as president of the board of sponsors of the Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists. He also served on the board of trustees for Science Service, now known as Society for Science and the Public, from 1989 to 1992, and is a member of the Jason Defense Advisory Group. Among his achievements are the discovery of the muon neutrino in 1962 and the bottom quark in 1977. These helped establish his reputation as among the top particle physicists. In 1977, a group of physicists led by Leon Lederman announced that a particle with a mass of about 6.0 GeV was being produced by the Fermilab particle accelerator. The particle's initial name was the Greek letter upsilon. After taking further data, the group discovered that this particle did not actually exist, and the discovery was named Oops Leon as a pun on the original name and Lederman's first name. As the director of Fermilab and subsequent Nobel Physics Prize winner, Leon Lederman was a very prominent early supporter. Some sources say the architect or proposer of the superconducting supercollider project, which was endorsed around 1983, and was a major proponent and advocate throughout its lifetime. Lederman later wrote his 1993 popular science book The God Particle, If the Universe is the Answer, What is the Question? Which sought to promote awareness of the significance of such a project in the context of the project's last years and the changing political climate of the 1990s. The increasingly moribund project was finally shelved that same year after some $2 billion of expenditure. In 1988, Lederman received the Nobel Prize for Physics along with Melvin, Schwartz and Jack Steinberger for the neutrino beam method and the demonstration of the doublet structure of the leptons through the discovery of the muon neutrino. Lederman also received the National Medal of Science, the Elliott Cresson Medal for Physics, the Wolf Prize for Physics and the Enrico Fermi Award. In 1995, he received the Chicago History Museum Making History Award for Distinction in Science, Medicine and Technology. Lederman was an early supporter of Science Debate 2008, an initiative to get the then candidates for president, Barack Obama and John McCain, to debate the nation's top science policy challenges. In October 2010, Lederman participated in the USA Science and Engineering Festival's Lunch with a Laureate program where middle and high school students got to engage in an informal conversation with a Nobel Prize-winning scientist over a brown bag lunch. Lederman was also a member of the USA Science and Engineering Festival's Advisory Board and CRDF Global. Personal life: Lederman was born in New York to a family of Jewish immigrants from Russia. His father operated a hand laundry while encouraging Leon to pursue his education. He went to elementary school in New York City, continuing on to college and his doctorate in the city. In his book, The God Particle, If the Universe is the Answer, What is the Question? Lederman writes that, although he was a chemistry major, he became fascinated with physics, because of the clarity of the logic and the unambiguous results from experimentation. His best friend during his college years, Martin Klein, convinced him of the splendors of physics during a long evening over many beers. After that conversation he became resolute and unwavering regarding his desire to pursue physics. When he joined the Army with a B.S. in chemistry, he was determined to become a physicist following his service. After 3 years in the U.S. Army during World War II, he took up physics at Columbia University, and received his master's in 1948. Lederman began his PhD research working with Columbia's Nevis synchrocyclotron, which was the most powerful particle accelerator in the world at the time. Dwight D. Eisenhower, then the president of Columbia University, and future president of the United States, cut the ribbon dedicating the synchrocyclotron in June 1950. These atom smashers were just coming of age at this time and created the new discipline of particle physics. After receiving his PhD and then becoming a faculty member at Columbia University, he was promoted to full professor in 1958. In The God Particle he once wrote, "The history of atomism is one of reductionism, the effort to reduce all the operations of nature to a small number of laws governing a small number of primordial objects." And this was the quest he undertook. This book shows that he pursued the quark, and hopes to find the Higgs boson. The top quark, which he and other physicists realized must exist according to the Standard Model, was, in fact, produced at Fermi Lab not long after this book was published. He is known for his sense of humor in the physics community. On August 26, 2008, Lederman was video recorded by a science-focused organization called Science Central, on the street in a major U.S. city, answering questions from passers-by. He answered questions such as, "What is the strong force?" and "What happened before the Big Bang?" He has 3 children with his first wife, Florence Gordon, and now lives with his second wife, Ellen, in Driggs, Idaho. He is an atheist. Publications: The God Particle, If the Universe is the Answer, What is the Question? By Leon M. Lederman, Dick T. Rizzi. From Quarks to the Cosmos by Leon Lederman and David N. Schramm, Portraits of Great American Scientists Leon M. Lederman, al. Symmetry and the Beautiful Universe Leon M. Lederman and Christopher T. Hill, What We'll Find Inside the Atom by Leon Lederman is an essay he wrote for the September 15, 2008 issue of Newsweek, Quantum Physics for Poets Leon M. Lederman and Christopher T. Hill. Honorary degrees and awards. Election to the National Academy of Sciences, 1965. U.S. National Medal of Science, 1965. Member, American Academy of Arts and Sciences, May 13, 1970. Townsend Harris Medal, Alumni Association of the City College of New York, 1973. Elliott Cresson Prize of the Franklin Institute, 1976. President Jimmy Carter's Committee on the National Medal of Science, March 21, 1979. Wolf Foundation Prize in Physics, Israel, 1982. Doctor of Science, University of Chicago, Chicago, Illinois, June 10, 1983. Doctor of Humane Letters and Science, IIT, Chicago, Illinois, May 17, 1987. Doctor of Science, Lake Forest College, Lake Forest, Illinois, May 7, 1988. Honorary degree of Doctor of Science, Carnegie Mellon University, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, May 15, 1988. Department of Energy Distinguished Associate Award, May 1988. Doctor of Science, City College of New York, New York, New York, June 8, 1988. Nobel Prize in Physics, December 1988. Laurea honoris causa in Physica, Università degli Studi di Pisa, March 21, 1989. Member, American Philosophical Society, April 21, 1989. Doctor of Science, honoris causa, Aurora University, Aurora, Illinois, May 20, 1989. Doctor of Humane Letters, Columbia College, Chicago, Illinois, June 3, 1989. Citation on the occasion of the dedication of IMSA to the state of Illinois in honor of Leon Lederman and Governor James Thompson, IMSA, Aurora, Illinois, June 10, 1989. Doctor of Humane Letters, Rush University, Chicago, Illinois, June 10, 1989. Doctor of Science, University of Illinois, Chicago, Illinois, June 11, 1989. Dr. N. Filosofia Eurofisica, honoris causa, Universidad de Guanajuato, Guanajuato, Mexico, August 2, 1989. Honorary degree, Academia Nacional de Ciencias Exactas, Físicas y Naturales, Buenos Aires, Argentina, November 3, 1989. Doctor of Philosophy of Physics, honoris causa, University of Guanajuato, Guanajuato, Mexico, 1989. Appointment as member of the Secretary of Energy Advisory Board, U.S. Department of Energy, Washington, D.C., February 15, 1990. Laureate of the Lincoln Academy, State of Illinois, Springfield, Illinois, April 21, 1990. Doctor of Science, Bradley University, Peoria, Illinois, May 19, 1990. Doctor of Science, Columbia University, New York, New York, September 26, 1990. Public Affairs Committee Award, American Chemical Society, March 22, 1991. 1991 William Proctor Prize, Sigma Xi, the Scientific Research Society, 1991. Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, Mount Sinai School of Medicine, the City University of New York, New York City, New York, May 11, 1992. Doctor of Science, Adelphi University, Long Island, New York, May 17, 1992. Doctor of Science, honoris causa, St. Xavier University, Chicago, Illinois, May 23, 1992. Doctor of Science honoris causa, University of Southampton, Southampton, United Kingdom, July 10, 1992. Doctor of Science, honoris causa, Drury College, Springfield, Missouri, October 14, 1992. Enrico Fermi Prize of the U.S. Department of Energy, 1992. Doctor of Humane Letters, State University of New York, Genzio, New York, May 15, 1993. Doctor of Science, honoris causa, Case Western Reserve University, Cleveland, Ohio, May 23, 1993. President's Medal, the City College, the City University of New York, New York, New York, May 28, 1993. Doctor of Science, honoris causa, Marywood College, Scranton, Pennsylvania, October 15, 1993. Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, Illinois Benedictine College, Lisle, Illinois, May 21, 1994. Appointment as a Titelman Fellow at Jonathan Edwards College, Yale University, New Haven, Connecticut, November 7, 1994. Doctor of Humane Letters, University of Dallas, Dallas, Texas, November 15, 1994. The first Enrico Fermi History Maker Award, for distinction in science, medicine and technology, Chicago Historical Society, Chicago, Illinois, June 8, 1995. Doctor of Humane Letters, DePaul University, Chicago, Illinois, June 11, 1995. Ordem Nacional do Mérito Científico, Brasilia, Brazil, June 13, 1995. Universitario de la Universidad Nacional de San Antonio Abad del Cusco, Cusco, Peru, Dr., honoris causa, August 16, 1995. University of Notre Dame, Notre Dame, Indiana, Doctor of Science, honoris causa, May 18, 1997. Doctor of Science, Bethany College, Bethany, Virginia, May 24, 1997. Doctor of Science, Illinois State University, Normal, Illinois, May 17, 1998. Doctor of Science, honoris causa, Clark University, Worcester, Massachusetts, May 17, 1998. Doctor of Science, Pennsylvania State University, University Park, Pennsylvania, December 1998. Doctor, honoris causa, Institute for High Energy Physics, Protvino, Russia, July 15, 1998. Member, President Bill Clinton's Commission on White House Fellowships, April 13, 1999. Diploma, Miembro Correspondiente, La Academia Mexicana de Ciencias, October 1999. 1999 Medallion, Division of Particles and Fields, Mexican Physical Society, MA Copyright Rider, Yucatán N., Mexico, November 11, 1999. Honorary Professor, Beijing Normal University, Beijing, China, November 5, 2000. Doctor of Humane Letters, Roosevelt University, Chicago, Illinois, January 21, 2001. Doctor of Science, Florida Institute of Technology, Melbourne, Florida, May 2004. Doctor of Public Service, the George Washington University, Washington, D.C., May 16, 2004. Doctor of Science Education, honoris causa, The Ohio State University, Columbus, Ohio, December 12, 2004. Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, Dominican University, River Forest, Illinois, May 6, 2006. Doctor of Science, honoris causa, Gustavus Adolphus College, St. Peter, Minnesota, October 24, 2008. Vannevar Bush Prize, 2012. See also, List of Jewish Nobel laureates. References. External links, Education, Politics, Einstein and Charm. The Science Network interview with Leon Lederman, biography and bibliographic resources, from the Office of Scientific and Technical Information, United States Department of Energy, Fermilab's Leon M. Lederman webpage, the Nobel Prize in Physics 1988, video interview with Lederman from the Nobel Foundation, Leon M. Lederman autobiography, timeline of Nobel Prize winners in physics webpage for Leon. Max Lederman, Story of Leon by Leon Lederman, Honeywell Nobel Interactive Studio, 1976 Crescent Medal recipient from the Franklin Institute. Scientific publications of Leon M. Lederman on Inspire Hep.